Now, I do have one thing that you will not be blaming me for that I have to dive into, because this is one of the biggest things that has been coming up for the past couple months now. As far as projects goes, this is absolutely huge. And I don't often get excited or hype up drops or NFT drops and things like that. But if you understood how hard Metacade has been pushing this drop zone, it's called a Open Edition. That's what I'm trying to think of. Open Edition. With how much they've been pushing this Open Edition drop, I definitely see a lot of positive coming out of it. In this original post that they did, they're teasing airdrops, loot boxes, VIP access, and more. And I've got a lot of opinions on what that could be. And it's finally been announced when this drop is going to happen. So it's going to happen on June 16th. And it's supposed to be a very low cost mint that comes with lots of utility from, who knows, but it could be apparently airdrops, loot boxes, and VIP access. Maybe it's beta access, maybe it's whitelist access. It could be a ton of things, but I'm going to take you through my brain and what I think it could potentially be based off all of the things that I've seen and gathered over the past few weeks since they originally announced this. And some of it, we're actually going to dig a little bit deeper, because I think that Russ has been hinting at this for quite a while, and there's a lot more to this than everybody thinks. So first off, there was DropZone partners that were announced. Now, these are the ones that were already announced. So if we open it up, we've got Pirate Nation. That's a huge Web3 game. Honeyland, Wanderers, Keen, Heroes of Hold'em. I've heard of some of these, but Pirate Nation I know is big. Super Champs, Decimated, ZD Champions, Katana Ivy, Elderrune, Block Lords, Medieval Empire, Planet IX. I don't know what TB is. Tuberculosis. Tech Play. It's Tech Play. One Tap, ZK Race. I actually played that game back in 2021. ZK Race. You race horses. I wasn't very good at it. Cornucopias. That game started on Cardano. Huge game. One of the biggest games. They've been around forever. Playmind, Ether Games, and EOS. I'm going to say EOS. But the point is all of these partners are going to have some sort of inclusion in this DropZone NFT. Now, whether it's access to their game, whether it's assets for their game, whether it's tokens for their game, like who knows what it could be. But this hints at more access to them, right? Due to buying this. Now, one of the big things about Metacade is they are huge on collaboration, especially with other Web3 games. You've got a lot of different Web3 projects in general that get very tribal. They're only about themselves. Screw everybody else. We're going to make it. Everybody else is going to lose. But Metacade has the complete opposite idea. Collaboration breeds a positive and a prosperous environment, right? So I love that approach, but there is something that I think is missing that is huge from this picture. And that is the fact that in the past, Metacade has already worked with Neo Tokyo. And not only that, this week, Russ had yet another call or spaces with Neo Tokyo. And there have been hints that other things are happening in the background with Neo Tokyo. And I don't know anything. I'm just a guy on the internet that wears a robe half the time speculating on meme coins and Web3, right? So I don't know anything. But if I had to guess, I do think that Alex Becker's project, Neo Tokyo, will have some form of inclusion in this Open Edition drop. Now, to what capacity? I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't know. It could be game assets. It could be game currency. It could be NFTs. Like there's a endless possibility. This is crypto that we're talking about after all. So tons of different options. But that's not all there is. This is where I get a little bit more positive. That was a little bit speculative, sure. But Russ, back in April, actually 420, Russ tweeted out that they had the clubk.base.eth address that was buying NFTs, and the purpose of this wallet was yet to be revealed. So if we look at the wallet, there are a plethora of NFTs. In fact, there's around $4,000 worth of NFTs. It's 43 different NFTs in here, from JPEGs to game items to or items for their own game, all sorts of things. And that's not it. This is the OpenSea wallet, and then you've also got the Magic Eden wallet, where you've got more NFTs, right? So I think that these are going to be part of the drop that goes to the open edition holders. Maybe it's like some type of role or competition or something like that. But this screams that purpose to me, especially since we have Runner League items in here. Now, if we go back, I actually didn't even think to do this earlier. Do we have Runner League in here? I don't see it, but it could also be a new partner. It could be one of these that I just don't know the name of it, or it's to be revealed. There could be a ton of different possibilities, but this wallet has to serve a purpose. And I think that's what the purpose is. Now, another thing that they could be doing with the Open Edition NFT, you have to remember Metacade is a gaming platform. They have games, they host games, they partner with games to have games on their platform. It's what they're all about. But Metacade also has their own game, and that is Gangs of Metacadia. It's their flagship game. Their first season in November of 2024, they did a $10,000 giveaway with that game, or um, pot, so the winners took 10K or it was split up, whatever. But the new season is very close to beginning. So very well could be assets for Gangs of Metacadia, because if we go back to this OpenSea wallet, you'll see that there are Gangs of Metacadia assets in here. So obviously Gangs of Metacadia does have NFT assets that can be given away. It doesn't have to be these 6 assets, but it could be a plethora of them. My point is, though, I feel there's going to be a ton of value in this open edition drop. I'm minting it. I'm full minting it. It's on 6/16. That's on Monday. We'll have to see what time the mint's going to be at. Maybe we'll stream them and mint them together. But I think this is something not to miss, because Metacade is not the type of project to just shill something and try and build up hype and never perform, right? So they've actually got something planned. They're cooking, and I'm here to see it.